You are now going to discover just how simple and quick it is to assemble a Shorelink International Sanitation Unit. All you will need are the following 5 basic hand tools. All fixings come as part of the kit. Rivet gun. Ideally, this should be an air rivet gun and compressor for speed and convenience. Electric drill with 5 mm drill bit. 8 mm magnetic socket. Flathead and Phillips head screwdrivers. Step 1. Front panel to skid base. Using the holding tanks for support, lay door panel facing upwards. Then position the skid base under the door, so the flat surface is aligned underneath the door. Once you have ensured that the door alignment bracket is in position, secure the door to the skid using 4 45 mm hex head cladding screws. These are screwed into pre-drilled holes located at the bottom left and right-hand sides of the door. Once secured, this assembly will be rigid enough to raise into the standing position. Step 2. Side and back panel assembly. Stand 2 side panels in their upright position and fasten with 4.8 mm by 16 mm large flange pop rivets and stainless steel backing washers. Starting at the top, work your way down using the pre-drilled rivet holes. The side overlapped becomes the back panel. Repeat this, ensuring the back panel is overlapped by the second side panel. Step 3. Side and back panels to front panel. Position the side and back panels onto the skid base. Line up one side panel with the front edge of the door frame, and using the pre-drilled holes on the side panel as your guide, drill through the top hole into the door panel using 5 mm drill bit. Then fasten using 4.8 mm by 26 mm large flange Bulbex tri-clamp rivets. Line up the second side panel. Drill through the top hole again and fasten with another rivet. With the assembly now properly aligned, you then work your way down both joins, using the pre-drilled holes as your drill guides. Step 4. Securing assembly to skid base. Using 15 32 mm hex head cladding screws and 8 mm socket, secure both side panels and back panel to the skid base. Dimple marks on the panels indicate the screw positions, which should be fixed using a drill, but take care not to over-tighten the cladding screws. Step 5. Securing roof. Position the roof panel onto the unit, ensuring that the hole for the ventilation pipe is located to the rear left-hand side of the unit. Using the pre-drilled guide holes in the roof panel, drill 5 mm holes into the front door panel. It is very important that you only drill through the first skin of the door. Once drilled, rivet roof panel to door panel using 4.8 mm by 26 mm large flange Bulbex tri-clamp rivets. Then unlock the door using a flat-bladed screwdriver and proceed to drill out the rivet holding the door alignment bracket. Open the door, and again being careful to only cut through the first skin, use 5 mm drill and then screw in 4 45 mm hex head cladding screws into the base of the door panel. Moving to the rear, using the pre-drilled guide holes, use 5 mm bit to drill through into back panel, and then fasten with 4.8 mm by 16 mm large flange pop rivets and stainless steel backing washers. Repeat this process for both sides. Step 6. Fixing the holding tank. Position the holding tank inside the unit. Using your 5mm drill bit and the dimple marks, drill 5 holes through the back panel into the holding tank. Take care again to only drill through one skin of the holding tank. Fasten with 4.8mm by 16mm large flange pop rivets with stainless steel backing washers. Repeat this process for the 2 rivet positions on both side panels. Step 7. Fitting the vent pipe. Pass the vent pipe up through the hole in the roof panel and slide back down into the hole in the holding tank, leaving approximately 100mm showing through the roof panel. Drill 5mm hole through roof panel and pipe, and fasten with 4.8mm by 16mm large flange pop rivets with 5mm stainless steel backing washer. Step 8. Door lock plates and internal fittings. Position door locking plate on door and use 5mm drill. Then fasten using 4.8mm by 26mm small flange Bulbex tri-clamp rivets. Repeat this process for the door frame plate. Using the same rivets, position the coat hook in its recess on the inside of the door and drill a single 5mm hole. Then fasten the hook with a rivet. Position the mirror in its recess and drill 5mm holes through the door panel. Then rivet using the same rivets used on the coat hook. Position the tissue holder on the right-hand side of unit and drill 2 5mm holes. Then fasten the holder using 4.8mm by 16mm large flange pop rivets with 5mm stainless steel backing washer. Using the 40mm pan head screws, secure the internal door handle to the door and finish off by fixing the cover caps. Step 9. Final fitting. Rivet urinal and wash hand basin in position as required. These come supplied with their own rivets and fasteners. Finally, fit and adjust the toilet seat fitting, and your Meridian toilet unit is ready for delivery and installation.